Gaming has evolved since the early days of the retro arcade machines, and then onto the original PS1 and Xbox, to the now powerhouses that are the Xbox Series X and PS5. With computer gaming having taken a back seat during the rise of console gaming, in the past decade, the PC ecosystem has fired back in full force, with many gamers switching over to the more versatile form of gaming. But with a vast ecosystem comes many variations for newcomers to choose from. PC gaming can take many forms, but the most common types consumers pick from are the standard desktop setup, a laptop, and the more recent handheld PC, each type offering its own advantages and disadvantages, making them suited to different gaming preferences and lifestyles. And in this video, we're going to be going over all of these to help you make an informed decision on which one is right for you. Kicking it off, we have the gold standard gaming desktops, which offer the most advanced level of performance and customization, catering towards gamers that truly want to maximize their PC's power. Desktops are objectively the strongest in this lineup for their cost, housing the most powerful CPUs, GPUs, and cooling systems, ensuring top-tier performance and graphics. Due to their large space within the towers, there is very little limiting what hardware can be utilized, something that is not as easily accessible within the other two PC types. In addition to this, the layout of the hardware in this open space allows for vast customization from their initial build up to the upgrades down the line, allowing the user to modify their machines to suit their exact preferences and keep up with technological advancements that come with time. Cost efficiency is another area where desktops excel, as while their initial setup cost could be high, depending on what build you go for, desktops will offer better performance per cost compared to the portable PCs, and will be more cost effective in the long run 90% of the time. And of course, with this ability to upgrade components, desktops have a longer lifespan than laptops and handhelds, where upgrading is way less user friendly, and in some cases, not possible at all. Then we have the negatives, the first being the obvious one, and that is the lack of portability. Desktops are stationary devices, requiring a dedicated space, making them unsuitable for conventional use on the go. In addition to this, their setup commonly requires some complex user intervention, whether that is building or maintaining a desktop. This could potentially be quite intimidating for beginners due to the technical knowledge required, not to mention the potential to easily harm a piece of hardware when tinkering within the PC tower, motherboards being one of the scariest parts due to their easy to break pins on the circuit board. There is also the mandatory cost of peripherals. Desktops must have a monitor of some form to display their output, and an input device, usually being the combination of a keyboard and mouse, all of which increasing the overall cost. Finally, we have a little bit more of a trivial one, but something to mention nevertheless, and that is the power consumption. For those going for the more high performance desktops, they can consume a lot of electricity, potentially increasing the utility bills. And while I said this was trivial, it's definitely something not to underlook, as desktops can get quite powerful and in turn drain a lot more energy. Next, we move on to the newest PC type on the block, and that is the handheld PC. This includes devices like the Valve Steam Deck, Rogue Ally, and Legion Go. These machines have revolutionized the portable gaming scene by merging the power of a gaming PC with the portability of a gaming console like the Nintendo Switch. The clear benefit of these machines is of course the portability. Handheld PCs are designed for gaming on the go and offer an unparalleled convenience for travelers or players who enjoy gaming away from their desks, while being able to tap into some fairly phenomenal computing power for its form factor. In addition to this, these devices are often pre-configured or shipped with optimized interfaces, making them user-friendly for gamers wanting to avoid too much setup. They are also generally less expensive than gaming desktops and laptops, making them an affordable and familiar entry point into PC gaming. And then finally, we have the integrated controls. Many handheld PCs will include a built-in controller, eliminating the need for additional peripherals like a keyboard and mouse. But of course, with all these positives, there are of course many negatives to go over as well, and the first one being of course its form factor, which is very small, which in turn means it restricts physical hardware quite substantially. These types of PCs often lack the hardware power of laptops and desktops, resulting in lower graphic settings and frame rates. However, with some additional money, you could hook one of these up to a gaming dock that could allow for more RAM and a better GPU, boosting its performance, not to mention the usual computer peripherals like a monitor and keyboard and mouse and whatnot. So that is something to consider, but I will consider it a negative given the additional user planning and cost. Upgradability is a big issue here as well, as most of these handheld PC devices are non-upgradable, at least to the average consumer, so users are stuck with the hardware that they get when they initially buy the device. In addition to this, the battery life is another area where these machines are hit very hard, as with great power comes high power consumption, and these machines can only pack batteries that are so big given its form factor. So without any additional accessories like a portable power bank, you'll only have an hour or maybe a couple of hours of battery life depending on the device you choose and the game in question. And also, you probably won't find yourself wanting to use it like a regular PC given its small screen, as Word documents and PowerPoints will look ridiculously small and likely be hard to navigate without the use of a keyboard and mouse. Finally, we have the gaming laptop. This strikes the balance between portability and performance, appealing to gamers who need some mobility without sacrificing too much power, something that I myself have settled on. Gaming laptops offer high performance while maintaining that portable form factor, making them the optimal choice for students or professionals that want to game in different locations, or just simply use their laptop's non-gaming functionalities while out and about without having to get a work or school laptop and also purchase a gaming PC for home use. In addition to this, they will have integrated components similar to the handheld PCs, but instead of controllers, they will have their built-in display, removing the need for a monitor, a keyboard, and a touchpad, removing the need for a keyboard and mouse, offering the all-in-one solution without requiring extra peripherals. One of the big benefits here is the vast range of devices you can pick from. There are many laptops ranging from a small 14-inch powerhouse to a 17-inch moderate performance laptop, and all the other combinations you could think of in between, so you truly could pick out the perfect build to suit your needs. And as I said with the handheld section of the video, these machines can be plugged into a dock to utilize additional monitors and other peripherals to boost their versatility at the desk, further bridging the gap between handheld and docked desktops. That is something I do myself, where I have a dock set up at my desk, so I can just plug my laptop into a single piece of hardware which connects to everything else, including 2 monitors and an additional hard drive and my keyboard and mouse setup, all to quickly create that desktop experience with a single cable. But of course, this does come with a bit of planning and user intervention to get this set up. As for the negatives, one of the most clear issues that come apparent to buyers when browsing is the price point. High-performance gaming laptops can be much more expensive than their desktop counterparts, and of course a lot of this is carried by the portable form factor and built-in functionalities like the screen. In addition to this, the limited space for cooling systems can lead to overheating and throttles performance during extended gaming sessions due to the bad mix of performance and smaller form factor, unlike the handheld PCs where the performance is generally much slower, meaning less chances of overheating. Upgradability is also something that is limited here, as GPUs and CPUs are usually fixed in place, but there are some options like RAM and storage which are sometimes easily upgradable, but in many cases can be quite difficult for the average consumer. And then finally we have the battery life, which, similar to the handheld gaming PCs, will draw a lot of power, and the batteries can only get so big within the laptops, once again limiting the amount of time you can spend not plugged in while gaming. But of course you always have the option of keeping the device plugged in, but this will come at the downside of having your battery life's overall health being eaten into. As you can see, each of these gaming PCs have their various benefits and pitfalls. I think there is no objective winner between these, and it will fall to the user and what type of experience they are seeking. Handheld PCs excel in portability and affordability, but compromise on performance. And then we have the gaming laptops, which provide a perfect middle ground with moderate portability and decent power, albeit at a higher cost and with limited upgradability. Gaming desktops, on the other hand, deliver unmatched performance and customization, but are stationary and require more technical expertise. So if you are looking for something to pull out on a train journey or comfortably on your sofa, the handheld PCs might be for you, especially if you're not too fussed with having the really fancy graphic settings and extremely high frame rates. If you are happy with the slightly bigger form factor alongside the additional power and still want to travel with your device while maybe doing some work or studying, the laptops may be for you. Or you may simply want the ultimate gaming experience at a desk where you are running the most recent AAA games at max settings and very high frame rates, and that's where the desktop PC will come in for you. Ultimately, the choice is down to you. Let me know down below what type of gamer you are, and if you are looking to pick up a gaming PC of some type and have any questions, feel free to drop them down below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Be sure to drop a like on the video if you did enjoy or find anything useful. It is much appreciated, and subscribe for a lot more tech content. Don't forget to join our Discord, link is at the top of the description. I've been Ams from Tech2. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.